Book is Marcus and the Amazons. Welcome to the program.
Glad to be here, Barbara.
Now, is this your first trip to the Miami Book Fair?
No, actually, I started with the book fair back in 1984. I introduced the Haitian poet Felix Morisot-Leroy to the Miami audience, and that was my first foray into the book fair. And I think I must have some kind of record, because since then, between publishing 13 books and introducing my friends or serving on panels, I think, I pretty much, if I don't have the record, I'm in the top 10.
You're the mayor of the Miami Book Fair.
No, you'll have to talk to Dr. Pedron or Mitch Kaplan about that. Maybe I'm an honorable mayor for the day. Or something.
Oh, okay. Actually a poet and fiction writer.
Yes.
And you also teach there in Miami?
Yes, I teach English and creative writing at Miami-Dade College at the North Campus.
And you've published short stories?
I've published short stories. I've published poetry. I also have a blog, and I've published fiction, non-fiction. I mean, you name it, I've pretty much done it.
Give out your blog link information.
Geoffrey Philp blogspot.com.
Okay, everybody, make sure you check it out.
Yeah. If you go on Google and you just put in Geoffrey Philp, Geoffrey as in Chaucer and Philp P-H-I-L-P, then it will be the first link that shows up.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about Marcus and the Amazons.
Yes.
Give us an understanding about the character Marcus.
The hero of the children's book, his name is Marcus, and he's actually named after Jamaica's first national hero, Marcus Garvey. But it's not really the story of Marcus Garvey, and the book is also heavily influenced. In fact, chapter 11 is heavily influenced by Dr. Martin Luther King and his letter from Birmingham jail. So these were two of the influences that went in, but again, it's neither the story of either Dr. King or Marcus Garvey. It is the story of Marcus Formica, who is trying to save his colony from evil Amazon ants that have invaded his colony. And that's the basic story. And in there, they've also captured his bride-to-be, Princess Amy. And Marcus was been in the forest, comes back, finds out that the Amazons have overrun his colony. But in the forest, Marcus has been learning the peace. He's turned away from violence, and he's now pursuing a path of peace, which is where the influence of Dr. King comes in. So the main conflict is between Marcus and the Amazons, and how will Marcus save his colony without resorting to war and warfare? And that is the question. That is the problem, the issue, the challenge that Marcus must overcome.
So Marcus has decided that he wants to renounce violence.
Yes.
And yet he's faced with this situation that he has to get Princess Amy free and secure his colony.
Yes.
And make these decisions. Wow.
Yes, and that was why I said I relied heavily on Dr. King's work, where, especially in Birmingham jail, and the kinds of conflict resolution that I think are really necessary. But all of my books, children's books, I should say, have this theme of how, Grandpa Sidney's, how do you get rid of a bully that's in your school? In this case, it's a different kind of bully. But Dr. King talked about the path of nonviolence as being necessary, because with the path of nonviolence, you maintain your own integrity, but you also recognize the dignity and integrity of the other person who is your so-called enemy. And by bringing the two tensions together, and by not resorting to violence, you create a situation where you dramatize the tension and hopefully resolve the issue in a peaceful way.
It's definitely an important issue to discuss with children. What has the response been from the children that you've spoken with?
I went to 4 middle schools in the past 3 days, and I will tell you because I have a whole presentation, and we begin with the ants go marching one by one, hurrah. And then we go through the whole, the concepts such as the colony. How did Marcus get his last name, Formica? It's actually from the Latin, formidiciae. We go into what the ant life cycle. We go into the different types of ants. How many ants are there in the world? 10 quadrillion ants, and the only place they don't live is on Antarctica. And so we go through the science behind a lot of the research that I did in writing the book. And it's done, not heavy, but just to give them a sense of some of the key concepts and the relationship between ants, caterpillars, aphids, wasps. Ants belong to the same genus as wasps. And then I read a couple of chapters from them, and we end with, whoops, there goes another rubber tree. And again, there's an intentionality behind all of that. The reason why I end with that Frank Sinatra song is to really inspire hope in the kids. I mean, there are many things that I want this book to do. And one of them is, here is an ant up against an enemy that is 3 times his size. Amazon ants are 3 times bigger than the common Formica ant. But I want them to see that, even in a song by Frank Sinatra, that wall may fall. But you have to be persistent, and that is what I'm trying to leave with the kids. And it was such a beautiful thing. One of the elementary schools that I went to, Paul Bell. When I got there, they'd done little bookmarks with Marcus.
Aww.
And it's like, wow, and they'd also posted Wordle portraits of some of the key words from the book. So it was like, wow. And then at another school, which was music to my ears, the principal had actually purchased, this was Barbara Glazer Middle School, the principal had actually purchased a class set of the book. So I was like, okay, yeah.
Yay. That's always good news.
That is always good news. So that was good. And again, it begins with the administration of the school. The principal, when I walk in, at Barbara Zelda Glazer, when I walked in through the gate, the principal and 3 assistant principals, the reading coach and the language arts chair, met me at the door. And I was like, incredible. So the children were already primed for, that bought the books, they had their questions. So the enthusiasm that this was like, my principal supports this, my teacher supports this, the assistant principal supports this. I had a wonderful, wonderful time with those children from Zelda Glazer Middle School.
Do you think that you'll develop possible DVD presentation to go along with this? It sounds like it would be a great treat.
Yeah, we're actually coming out with a second, because this is a series. So I'm working right now on part two, the second part of the series, and so once that is finished, then the DVD will be coming. But the two people who helped me put this together, this is a self-published book. So the two.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. The two people who helped me with the book are, my son and I'll call him my adopted son, and they help with the graphics and everything else. So they have finals coming up. So, so we kind of have to put that on hold. But yes, that is definitely in the works. They also helped me to put together a trailer that is also on YouTube. Brilliant trailer that my son helped to put together. So and if you have the time, you could check it out. It's about 30 seconds long, and he really did a good job.
Well, we'll definitely link to the trailer. Congratulations on the success of a self-published book, and the kids are taking it up and making bookmarks and singing songs. It's just fantastic. That's fantastic.
It's a great. At one middle school, it was a group of sixth graders, and the boys they were way too cool. To be singing,
right.
Hurrah, hurrah. But by the time we got it around to, whoop, there goes another, they were like singing along. And one of them asked me a question, which I answered to the effect of, most of the time, I am being a grown-up. I'm also the chairperson of the college department at Miami-Dade College. And I said, most of the days I am paying bills, I am doing payroll, I'm doing all of these grown-up things. Boring. Tedious. I said, for 2 days I get to come out to your school, sing songs, read from a book that I love and care deeply about, give you a message of hope, teach you a little bit about ants. What better life could you have, even just for 2 days, to be among children? I told them this is the best time of your life. Enjoy it. I only get to do it for 2-3 days, and then I go back to the really administrative part. I am grateful for my job as a chairperson, but I'll tell you, singing "Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant" beats that any day.
Hold up a copy of the book, or hold up 2 copies of the book.
It's also
great, thank you.
It is also an ebook.
Okay, great.
Yes, so it's available in print, and it's also available as an ebook, and both are available from Amazon and Smashwords. They're all available electronically. We're right now in the middle of working out a deal with a distributor.
Okay.
I'm hoping that my other books, which were published in England by People Trees Press, will be published, will be distributed. If I can get that deal with their distributor, I will be a very, very happy man, because then I could have wider distribution. As it is right now, I have to be depending upon the kindness of people like you, Barbara, to help spread the word.
Now, is Marcus and the Amazons available on Kindle?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's available on Kindle, iBook,
okay.
Nook. All of the available Kobo books.
Okay.
It's available on all electronic formats, as well as print formats.
And when they go to your blog, is there a link that directs them over to Amazon?
here's what. I redesigned the blog, and it does. Yes, there is. At the bottom.
Okay.
There is a link at the bottom of it. That was something I left in, thankfully.
Very good.
Every time you go through one of these changes to make the front page of the blog look better,
yeah,
you gain some things and you lose something.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I gained was the blog loads a lot faster. It loads in under 5 seconds.
Okay.
But what I lost was a lot of the sidebar. But the other thing that I gained, quite interestingly, by opening up some of the other things, was on the main blog, I'm getting over 2,000 hits per day now.
That's fantastic.
And that is in large part because the blog is also, let's face it, I'm a teacher. I love teaching. And so the blog is also an avenue into Caribbean literature, Jamaican literature, the writings of people here from South Florida, poets such as Michael Hetty, well-known Caribbean writers such as Derek Walcott, some younger ones such as Kwame Dawes, and Christian Campbell and Kai Miller. So because again, it's something that I'm passionate about. And again, one of the themes again of Marcus and the Amazon. Marcus is trying to teach this whole idea of oneness, of sharing, of cooperation rather than competition. And this is not something that I've just left to a book. I believe in cooperation. I believe in, as the song made famous by Bob Marley says, one love. And it's something that I live. So if I have a blog that I can share the work of my friends, if I can share the work of people who are writing whose work I think is important, then I'll put it out there. And I've done that for the past 5 years. So we're getting hits we're getting hits from Australia, the Philippines, South Korea, India. On the top 10 on Google Analytics, the number one place that I get most of the hits from is from the United States. But number 10 is India.
Ah, very interesting.
Something like 8,000 hits for the year so far.
Good deal. Well, continued success to you. And Marcus, we can't wait to see part 2. What happens with Marcus after I'm not going to say, spoiler alert, but he obviously makes it through this challenge and faces another challenge in part 2. So we look forward to that. Thank you so much for sharing.
And again, thank you for doing this for me. I am really grateful.
You're very welcome, and we will definitely link over to your blog and to your Amazon page for Marcus and the Amazons.
And Marcus also has a Facebook page.
Cool.
Marcus has a Facebook, so you can friend Marcus.
Oh, I'm going to be his friend. I'm going to do that today.
You already are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.